Good day, students. Today we begin our exploration into a subject of profound significance in journalism and media ethics, and morality. As your teacher, I have witnessed firsthand the ethical dilemmas that journalists face and the impact of ethical and unethical media practices on society. Media ethics is a fundamental pillar of journalism, shaping how information is gathered, presented, and disseminated. In an era of digital transformation, misinformation, and sensationalism, it is more crucial than ever to understand and uphold ethical principles. This lecture will provide a foundation for comprehending media ethics, its philosophical underpinning, and its role in ensuring accountability, fairness, and social responsibility in journalism. Lecture objective. By the end of this lecture, you should be able to 1. Define ethics and morality and distinguish between the two. 2. Understand the importance of media ethics in journalism. 3. Explore the fundamental principles of media ethics. 4. Examine the role of journalists in maintaining ethical standards. 5. Analyze key insights from the course literature and media law and ethics. And 6. Understanding the impact of social media on media ethics and the challenges it's presenting. So, understanding ethics and morality. Ethics and morality are often used interchangeably, but they have distinct meanings. Ethics refers to philosophical study of moral values, guiding what is right or wrong based on rational principles. It is often applied in professional fields such as media ethics. Morality, on the other hand, is a personal or societal system of beliefs about right and wrong. Morality is shaped by culture, religion, and personal experience. According to Cüneyt Çelsaç, in media ethics, ethics is rooted in concept of impartiality, transparency, accountability, and justice. The challenge for journalists is to balance the ethical responsibilities with commercial pressures and public demand. Jeremy Lipschutz, in Social Media Law and Ethics, expands this discussion by emphasizing the intersection of ethics and digital media. He notes that social media platforms create new ethical challenges, particularly in the areas of misinformation, privacy, and censorship. The rapid evolution of digital journalism has increased the need for ethical literacy among journalists and media professionals. The influence of social media in shaping public opinion cannot be understated. While it provides an open platform for information exchange, it also has the power to mislead, manipulate, or even harm individuals. Because of this, students in journalism and media communication programs must understand both media law and ethics. A firm grasp of these topics not only enhances media literacy and critical thinking, but also empowers individuals to interact responsibly with media. Potter, in his work, highlights that understanding the mechanism of media provides individuals with greater control over how media influence their lives, distinguishing them from passive consumers who unwittingly accept media narratives. It is unlikely that every media professionals will face a lawsuit, but ethical issues in social media are part of everyday life. The University of Wisconsin Madison Center for Journalism Ethics describes ethics as principles that define correct conduct within society, shaping moral behavior both on an individual and organizational levels. Ethics must continuously evolve to adapt to new technologies and shaping social values. As a result, social media ethics are not static, but require constant reassessment in response to emerging challenges such as privacy concern, misinformation, and algorithmic bias. Ethics often use structured framework to evaluate ethical dilemmas such as the Potter box, which involves identifying the fact of a situation. 2. Recognizing the values at stake. 3. Applying relevant philosophical principles. And 4. Determining where loyalty should lie. However, in today's fragmented digital landscape, this model is sometimes criticized for its inability to accommodate a fast-paced, conflicting realities of social media. Ethical decision-making in digital spaces is often shaped less by rigid frameworks and more by community-based moral codes, which can vary widely across different online platforms and cultures. Media ethics play a critical role in building public trust. Ethical journalism maintains credibility. Once trust is lost, it is challenging to restore it. It's also preventing misinformation and harm. Accurate reporting protects society from misleading narratives. It's also ensuring accountability. The media must hold power to account while respecting individuals' rights. The other thing that it do, it's also promoting objectivity and fairness. Journalists should ensure balanced, unbiased coverage. It's also navigating digital challenges. In an age of rapid information sharing, ethical journalism counters fake news, deepfakes, and AI-generated content. The Society of Professional Journalists Code of Ethics underscores these principles, emphasizing truthfulness, minimizing harm, and acting independently, and it's also maintaining accountability. A significant example of ethical challenges in digital media is Twitter's handling of disinformation during the 2020 US presidential election. Twitter flagged hundreds of thousands of tweets containing false claims, including those from high-profile figures. It introduced disclaimers warning users before they shared misleading content, resulting in 29% reduction in shares. This demonstrates corporate social responsibility, as platforms attempt to balance free speech with ethical content moderation. Similarly, social media exposes ethical dilemmas concerning doxing and public sharing. During the COVID-19 pandemic, a viral Twitter campaign at Cabo44 identified and shamed students who traveled during a lockdown. Initially framed as an act of public accountability, the campaign soon led to privacy violations and false accusations. This case raises critical ethical questions. Does public health justify exposing individuals? Where do we draw the line between accountability and harassment? Those examples highlight how ethical journalism extends beyond traditional reporting into the realm of digital activism and platform regulation, with social media corporations shaping discourse through algorithm and moderation policies. Journalists must critically assess their ethical role in amplifying or counterfacting these influencers. Fundamental principles of media ethics. A. Truth and accuracy. Journalists must fact-check and avoid clickbait. Digital tools like AI can help verify information, but can also be misused to spread disinformation. B. Objectivity and impartiality. News should remain free from bias. Algorithmic curation on platforms like Facebook can reinforce echo chambers, requiring journalists to counterfact this by ensuring diverse representation in reporting. C. Accountability. Ethical journalism means taking responsibility for mistakes. Corrections should be issued transparently and promptly. D. Privacy and respect for individuals. The GDPR has reinforced the ethical duty of protecting personal data. Ethical journalists balance the right to information with privacy concern, especially in cases of cyberbullying, revenge porn, and doxing. Avoiding conflict of interest. Media platforms must disclose sponsorship and affiliations. Ethical reporting should not be influenced by corporate or political pressures. The role of journalists in maintaining ethical standards. Journalists serve as society watchdogs, exposing injustice while ensuring fair reporting. This duty requires constant self-regulation and ethical judgment. With the rise of citizen journalism and influencer media, journalists must maintain ethical standards that distinguish credible reporting from sensationalism and misinformation. As Kovac and Rosenstein stated in The Elements of Journalism, journalism's first obligation is to the truth. Upholding this obligation in a highly polarized media environment is one of the greatest ethical challenges of our time. In conclusion, media ethics is a living, evolving discipline. As future media professionals, you are entrusted with the responsibility of upholding truth, transparency, and fairness. Ethical journalism is not just a professional duty. It is a cornerstone of democracy. The other thing that we also need to think about is, in this day, it is very important to understand and separate who is a fully journalist and who is just an influencer. It is very important because these days, influencers have a big platform to share their thoughts, and many people that follow them truly believes that what they think and what they share are the truth. And it's very difficult for the journalists these days to compete with them in the field of the journalism. Not because they have a big platform, but because they have the multiple big platforms through which they can share their thoughts and the societal thoughts. Thank you for your attention. Let's work together on ensuring that journalism remains a force for integrity and accountability.